a leak from the federal government. Well, it's surprising to see and hear that in Nigeria, the Federal Ministry of Finance, which is supposed to be the custodian of all our finances, making financial policies, coordinating economy, and all that, is now taking on project as a contractor, awarding contract to the Ministry of Finance. It's a leak document from the Federal Executive Council. That document has been flying, and today we want to take a look at that one. From fake agencies to fake budget to fake contracts, and now we have the Federal Ministry of Finance leaked document showing that the Federal Ministry of Finance awarded a $2.99 billion contract to itself. How does that mean? Waiting that one though. So that is what we'll be taking a look at today. Also, we'll touch a little bit of what happened at the meeting with the bishops and the president. And of course, Atiku Abubakar has come out now to fly the flag on that particular one. So it's a loaded package. Everybody be here, be with us, and tune in. Call your friends, call your enemies, because it's time for the main event on radio. Welcome aboard, people. All right, people, let's go straight into our papers this morning. Let's bring up the newspaper review. We start off with our local papers here in Imo State. We start with the National News Blast. All right, the National News Blast. What are we blasting this morning on the front burner? Happy birthday to Ikenga. Well, that's on the front burner of the National News Blast. Today is the birthday celebration of Honorable Ugochinyere Ikenga, and it's on the National News Blast paper this morning. Why Chinua Achebe said many Nigerians hate the Igbos. Well, you got to read this paper, why many Nigerians hate the Igbos. Is that true? Well, you can tell me, except the Ogoni. Every other ethnic group in Rivers State is Igbo. Ononuju is speaking. What kind of speech is this? What figure of speech is this? Now, so now the cause trouble. Now, don't start. Except the Ogoni. Every other ethnic group in Rivers State is Igbo. Ononuju is speaking. So you're saying the Kalabari people are Igbo? The Jaws are Igbos? The Kolokumans are Igbos? I mean, what the hell? All right, a Catholic Diocese of Owerri secures MUC license for Maria Azamta University. The National University Commission has given license for Maria Azamta Cathedral. What a bombshell. Good one there. So many institutions in Nigeria. And of course, Maria Azamta is now going to have a university. What a very good one there. More jobs, more opportunities. I mean, where on earth are we going to get this one? Inside the cathedral. Wonderful, wonderful news. Shocker. Tinubu omits primary, secondary schools attended in INEC form. Away. Shocker. Tinubu omits primary schools and secondary schools he attended in INEC records. Is that a requirement? Yes. Is it acceptable? No. Why is INEC accepting this one? That is a new one. Remember about the certificate scandal involving the president, that he said he graduated from government secondary school. Is it in Abeokuta? Yes. 4 years before the school existed. And now he has omitted it in the forms he filled for INEC, because if he fills that one again, it's going to cause another problem. So it's now only University of Chicago he's going to be using, because there's never a time it was said that he attended a university here in Nigeria. We'll never hear that one. So he's definitely going to use the University of Chicago certificate, which is still under scrutiny till today. Remember, during the last election, that Tinubu certificate scandal, escalated everywhere. Atiku went to the Chicago State University. They made efforts and they got documents. But by the time they brought it back, the time for those documents presentation has already elapsed. So it wasn't admissible in the court. Is it going to be admissible now? That is another question. Everybody is waiting for the answer to that one. All right. From there, we move to the Star Post Express this very beautiful morning. On the Star Post Express, 44th birthday anniversary, Mazi Chima Amadi Elephant family celebrity Kenga Ugochinyere describe him as a true servant of the people. Merit College of Nursing Sciences, Olu, matriculates 78 new students nurses and launches digital nursing initiative. Well, that's a good one. They say Nigerian schools are not good, but our Nigerian nurses are the ones that are taking all over the world. Well, breastfeeding, best way to build healthy society, UNICEF. Women need agree feed children again with breast, so they said they don't want to make their breast slack. And that's how we got three kind of things. We have breast, stretch, and rest. So they don't want their breast to rest. So they have stopped breastfeeding. Most of them, they rather press in a tube and give to a child. Well, that one they have, but now UNICEF is saying breastfeeding, best way to build healthy society, according to UNICEF. Security pressure throws ESN camps into disarray in Imo. DSS is revealing this morning. And continued abductions and kidnappings. Citizen Akrika Okoro sends solidarity message to residents of Ihiagwa, Okolochi communities. Provides solution to end violent crimes in the area. Well, I was speaking to the chairman of Owerri West a few days ago, and he gave certain things they have been doing, and of course they have tried to reduce. Owerri West used to be a very deadly place to live. Most of the places, Yagwa, Awara, Awara is in Haji anyway, but they come up from there, and then they attack Owerri West, Avo, and most of the Umuguma area. They kept kidnapping people, but that has reduced. But this issue at Okolochi and Ihiagwa is persistent, and it's just a stone throw from the army barracks. I wonder what is happening with security there. So please, we need the security agencies to put a stop to this madness of the people. All right, let's move on to the Authority newspaper this morning. The Authority newspaper 2027. Coalition pressures Atiku Obi orders to produce a single candidate. Is it possible? Then if you do for ADC, then the one do who won't step down? Atiku or Obi? Nobody is going to try that. All right, it's too late. It's too late to apologize on that one. The ESS vigilantes neutralize bandits kingpin Idi Abasu Aiki. 60 others in Katsina. Good one. A bell of blessing to our DSS for that one. Benue inaugurates Economic Policy Advisory Council. Appoints Patrick Okibo. Southeast alone cannot make Peter Obi president. That is coming from Umahi. Well, Umahi, what is your obsession with Peter Obi? Well, if Southeast alone cannot make Peter Obi, who else can make Peter Obi? Peter Obi won Lagos. It's Lagos in the Southeast the last election. Peter Obi got some votes in the North. Of course, it was alleged that he won Plateau State. He won Benue State allegedly, of course, but unfortunately, that didn't come his way. And now he has a candidate who controls the northern politics in Kano. So does he have a better chance this time around? Well, I don't know. You tell me. 2027. Youth group petitions Trump, U.S. Congress over Muslim ticket. What did this one do now? Well, the petition Trump ain't gonna do it. I beg you. But definitely it's on the Authority newspaper. And of course, still on the Authority newspaper, we have Atiku using outdated data to criticize Tinubu's reform. That is coming from the presidency. Well, what do they mean by outdated data? What is the present one? Well, we'll talk about that. 2 wanted kidnapped suspects arrested in Anambra. Okay. Nigerian Customs Cares wins a Commonwealth Gold Award. And PDP rallies support as INEC affirms Senator Ono as presidential candidate. I beg more award. The person that brought out the camp that brought out Ono is supporting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. On what grounds are they supporting two candidates? If Wike is supporting openly and is the leader of that coalition, so how is it that Ono is a presidential candidate or a placeholder? All right, let's see what happens. To whom it may concern. Rejoinder over caveat published at page 2 of Newspoint newspaper dated Monday, 8th of April 2024. It's a rejoinder to whom it may concern. We are now taking a look at the Nigerian Newspoint newspaper. 2027. NDC confident of Obi in northern Nigeria. All right, Grant, good one for you if you're confident. Court grants interim injunction in case of Umocha Avu versus Imo government and others. Wow, great one there. 2026, Irije Mbise, Ezurezu should stay clear to avoid costs. Ezeje Nwajere wants. All right, thank you very much. Stay clear, otherwise you will get costs. You are cursed. All right, we also have Atiku to Tinubu apologize to Onayeka, Catholic bishops, as a heed to their advice on economic hardship, insecurity in the land. Adds presidency, not a secret court. Bam. Now, Atiku Taka, no be me, Ati. But we'll give you more analysis on that story later on. Ikenga Ugochungere host NMDPRA new leadership in his house, his Abuja office, all right? The new leadership, remember Honorable Ugochungere is the chairman downstream in the House of Representatives, Imo Assembly, draws Uzodima's attention to bad state of roads in Osu LGA. That is also another story on the Nigerian Newspoint. Dixon, we defeated Federal Might several times before. That is Saraki Dixon talking about the NDC. They have done that before. They are going to do it again. That's what he's saying. All right. This is the much will be taken from our local newspapers. Let's head on now to our national dailies. And our national dailies will start up with the Punch newspaper. All right, on the Punch newspaper, Total Energies to buy Shell's wind and solar businesses in Europe. All right. First Bank empowers female business owners with 10 million naira grant. All right, female. I don't know what it men do for this country. Everything, female. What thing we do now? When I don't empower this thing, DJ Mafkin, they don't empower us. I don't know this country, no. Me, I need empowerment too. But congratulations to the women. Okay, what a man can do, women can do better, but they keep giving them hands out and then leaving us. I don't find people trouble this morning. Thank God Mary is not here to attack me. And of course, all the women, business women, congratulations. If you want it, go grab it. Iran executes 2 men convicted of spying for Israel. Okay, wildfire razed neighborhoods in U.S. And we also have a U.S. visa bond policy. Fake agency is also on the news. Abandoned project. Federal government bars ministries from awarding unfunded contracts. Okay. Unfunded contracts. Which one be unfunded contracts? Well, we will take a look at this story when we take comprehensively the contract awarded by the Ministry of Finance to the Ministry of Finance. I don't know how this one factors in. So we are going to get that. But according to the story, let's just take a little bit of the story. Let's set the foundation. The federal government has barred ministries, departments, and agencies from awarding contracts or entering into a financial commitment without first securing the required budgetary approval and cash backing in a move aimed at tightening fiscal discipline and enforcing compliance with procurement laws. The directive was contained in the Federal Treasury Circular dated July 31st, 2026 and signed by the Accountant General of the Federation, Dr. Shamsuddin Agujimi. The circular obtained by our correspondent on Sunday was addressed to key government officials, including ministries, permanent secretaries, heads of extra-ministerial departments and agencies, accounting officers, and federal pay officers. Well, according to the Accountant General, the fresh operational guidelines became necessary following widespread violations of the Public Procurement Act of 2007 and other financial regulations governing public expenditure. The circular stated further to the Treasury Circular captioned revised policy on cash management and bottom-up cash plan operational guidelines. It has become necessary to strengthen and deepen the implementation of the policy sequel to the observed non-compliance with the Public Procurement Act of 2007 and other extant laws and regulations. You can grab more details on that story on the Punch newspaper. All right, from the Punch to the Vanguard newspaper. Now, on the Vanguard newspaper, Onaekan, Northern Christians, Atiku senators, Shehu Sani defend Catholic bishops. All right, well, this is a very interesting story. We'll take a detailed analysis on that. Well, 10 trillion naira investment in 13 years failed to lift power supply. This is the worst nightmare Nigeria have faced. 10 trillion naira. Can you imagine that? In 13 years, they spent 10 trillion naira without lifting power supply. Now, in 13 years, 8 years of that was Obasanjo. Obasanjo put in 16 billion. People cry, oh, 16 billion wasted on power, no power. From Obasanjo till now, they have spent now 10 trillion from 16 billion. More than they hear this campaign. Obasanjo didn't even spend 1 trillion. They complain. Hey, PDP did this, PDP did that, PDP did this. PDP don't come out. Now, in 13 years, nothing. We are still in darkness. This is what I hate about opposition in Nigeria. You only criticize so you can get in and do worse. Nah. 6 soldiers killed, father, son burnt alive as terrorists attack Zamfara, Sokoto communities. All right, now let's link this story to the Catholic bishop visit to the president. All right. The Catholic bishops visited the president. The Northern Christians Association, NCA, that's the presidential candidate of African Democratic Congress, Atiku Abubakar, and Senator Shehu Sani have defended the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigerian CBCN over statements credited to the former Bishop of Abuja, John Cardinal Onaekan, who accused President Bola Tinubu's government of growing intolerant of dissent and uncomfortable truths. Well, let's take a look at what they said that is the uncomfortable truth. The Catholic bishop told the president, koro to his face, they don't come to do on your mandate, we shall stand. They looked at him and told him Nigerians are suffering. They looked and told him the economy is bad. Your policies are pushing Nigerians to the brink of no survival. They told him, koro, that our people, they're hungry. They told him the security is babadash. People are being killed, abducted every day. And they also told him about the economy. So with all this situation, the Catholic bishop, what did they tell the president that is wrong? And of course, the president said, no, nei kaba. What you people are saying is wrong. We have actually improved. That the economy is improving, the security is improving. Now the big question is, where is the improvement? A father and a son were just burnt alive in Zamfara State, and yet you're saying the security is improving. When you met it, now you complain about when you met the country. In a country you said, I took over from myself. In a country where you say the PDP and the APC, you are the national leader of that. A country where you provided the vice president, minister of finance, and every other thing in the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari under the same party accusing the same party. APC accusing APC of mismanagement, APC accusing them of throwing the country downwards. I mean, I don't get it when it comes to all this. Now, the most annoying part of it is that they said the Catholic Church is supporting Peter Obi, and at the end of the day, what they said is that we should not listen to them. So what did they say that is a lie? That is the question. Well, to be fair to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he defended his own policies. There's nothing wrong with that. But how can you look the Catholic Church and say they should go and take care of the poor and the hungry people in their parishes? That's not a presidential statement. You can't say that as a president. Never, no president anywhere in the world have ever said that. And the president said since he was born, before he was born, there was hunger. Can you imagine that kind of talk? So now, at the end of the day, you are now defending your own policy. The people who the policy is meant for are telling you what the policy is doing to them. Why don't you listen to them and make some adjustment here and there to take care of what they were saying? Instead, you are defending and defaming. So it's kind of the worst of it is Bwala, Daniel Bwala. That guy, I don't know where this guy is from, which part of the world he was born. Daniel Bwala came up, instead of talking about what the Catholic bishop said, he started bringing Peter Obi into the picture. I mean, it's madness, but then that's it. So according to what the newspaper is saying this morning, recall after the CBN met the president at Aso Villa on Wednesday, Onaikon had an interview on Arise TV on Friday. He said Nigerians were suffering serious economic hardship as a result of policies of government. In addition to the Tinubu administration's growing intolerance of dissent and uncomfortable truths, which the presidency frowned on, rather. He also alleged that the president was not receiving accurate briefing on the realities confronting the country and that he, Tinubu, was bent on winning the 2027 general election by all means, warning that the government access to state resources could threaten the credibility of electoral process. Now, this is Cardinal Onaikon's personal opinion on Arise TV. It is not that of the Catholic bishops. Bishop Kuka refused to speak. Now, the Catholic bishop has always spoken about ills in the society. Under Jonathan, they told Jonathan to face governance and stop giving excuses. The same thing they did to Obasanjo. The same thing they did to Buhari. Now they are telling the same people meet the president saying the same thing they've been telling to other presidents, and you're not happy. And you're coming about saying they are supporting Peter Obi. They are not saying, they are not speaking for all Christians. The people should not listen to them. Now the question, can you point what they said? That's a lie. That's exactly the issue at hand now. Tinubu's administration's reforms, to them, they are doing the right things. But the results are wrong to Nigerians. And then you don't want to be told that your results are wrong. Now, the problem is not the president from all this. It's the people around the president. What are they telling the president? What reports? According to one of the media spokesperson, he said the president gets reports every 24 hours around the country. He has security reports, he has economic reports, he has this thing. So the people giving the report, what report are they giving to the president? Does he really know the picture of that? Now, they dress this whole thing in the form that we are doing this, we're improving, but there are challenges. Oh, God, this is not challenges. This is complete quagmire. We find ourselves in this vicious cycle of poverty. More and more people are getting poor on a daily basis. And you think this is a joke. Anyway, well, that is more of the story. I believe more of this I've been spoken about earlier on by my colleagues earlier on in the show. So let's open up the phone lines now for you to holla. It's time for you to join and be part of the conversation. 0911 20,022 or 0707 454 1014. Send us a message on our Facebook, our YouTube, or WhatsApp. Either way, we get your messages out there. Phone lines officially open. Who is going to be my first caller? Who they Maline? Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, welcome aboard.
Yeah, my name, of course, is Paul.
Your name is what?
Obikwere.
Obikwere, okay.
Paul Obikwere.
Paul Obikwere. Thank you very much for joining us.
West local government.
Go ahead.
West local government.
All right.
So I want to start with the Catholic Bishop Cardinal visit to the president. In the book of Ezekiel 33, from 1, verse 7 actually, made the priest the watchman of the nation. That their job is to blow the trumpet. And if they blow the trumpet, whosoever that heard the trumpet and heed to the correction of the Lord, blood shall be saved.
All right.
And if the trumpeter refuses to blow the trumpet and the person dies, the blood of that person, the sinner, will be required of the trumpeter. So many bishops and many Christian and other religious leaders are going to have more blood required from their hands than of generals, army generals that kill physically with their weapons.
All right. Thank you.
Because the blood of the nation is in the hand of the priest. So their job is just to say what they need to do. If they repent, they will save.
All right.
From going
Thank you.
into
Thank
war
you.
or going into more problems.
Thank you so that others can
Thank
join.
you and God bless.
Thank you very much. All right. Good morning.
Hello, Barry Cosmos. Good morning.
That sounds like the senior citizen. Mazuzama, welcome aboard, sir.
Yes, I am senior citizen Mazuzama. Barry, please pronounce it slowly. Senior citizen.
Okay, no wahala.
Thank you so much, Barry.
Thank you.
You know, I watched the Catholic bishops at the presidential villa discussing with the president. Barry, let me say this. Some people say Bishop Onaika. It is John Cardinal Onaika. He's at the highest level. There's only one position for one pope. He's at the highest level. There's only one.
Yes.
And let me say this. When a cardinal speaks, he does not just speak about his jurisdiction. He speaks as a spokesman of the Roman Catholic Church. And there are more than 1 billion Roman Catholics in the world.
Yeah.
That you must bear this in mind. Unless the Pope makes a public statement that the Cardinal spoke for himself, and I've never read anywhere. Remember that when Hitler started with the Aryan race, that is the only race, and tried to bring in some Italians, when he decided to fight the Jews and destroy the Jews, it was only Roman Catholic, well, there may be others, but the Roman Catholic Church was consistent in saying, whatever you think you are human. Whoever you think you are human. And the Roman Catholic Church, College of Bishops, whatever you call them, Conference of Bishops, in Nigeria, they had always spoken out. Not politics, Barry. Yeah, not politics. They will tell you what it is and how it is. Because they are backed by authority greater than what they have in Nigeria.
Okay.
Can anybody point out anything that the bishop said that is untrue?
Okay.
Whether he was speaking on behalf of one person, on behalf of all. Can anybody point out whatever? I don't want to talk about Buala. He's a younger lawyer. I don't want to talk about it. Yes. Can you say that when they are talking of not the policies not affecting the people? But I hear you sometimes. The GDP or PDP or whatever has grown by 13%. Foreign reserve has grown by. But when you are hungry, what is GDP or PDP growing? What is foreign reserves growing? When your children ask you for food and you can't just tell them to keep quiet, do they keep quiet?
For what?
They keep saying that they want food. All we are saying in this country, those who are speaking the truth must not give up. Those who are saying, not those who are talking politics, they must not give up.
All right.
There must be a few voices to say, this is today in Nigeria. The truth is that only those who are linked to that source or the sources that make them feed well, only those few will say that Nigeria is well. It is not well with Nigeria. We pray that Nigeria will be well and better. Tell everybody, Barry, tell everybody before I stop that the way to save Nigeria is by admitting the truth and working about making Nigeria better, not by attacking those who speak the truth. I am senior citizen Mazioma Uzoma. Good morning. I almost did not remember my name. Let me have a cup of tea. Good morning.
Thank you very much, Mazi.
Oh, yeah, that's
okay.
what it is. Thank you.
All right. Okay, and now that was the senior citizen. It's a matter they call them small senior citizen, so that the thing will enter well. All right. Okay, it's a descendant. The chairman Northern Christians Forum, as Reverend Joseph Hayab, warned against what he described as a divisive politics, saying the association would resist any attempt to pit one Christian denomination against another. He stressed that this NCA comprised members from Christian denominations in northern Nigeria, including the Catholic Church, Baptist, ECWA, Methodist, Anglican, and Pentecostal churches. We should tell Bwala to know that Catholics are Christians and Nigerians. Our members are Catholics, Baptists, ECWA, Methodists, Anglicans, Pentecostals, and people of all denominations. We refuse to be divided by Bwala's politics of division. This is where it gets in. For one day, Pope go talk about Nigeria, Bwala go insult. No matter. Everybody is, I mean, it's a person of Bishop Onaikan's personality is speaking. Instead of it to listen, you play politics with it. Come on. Well, a cardinal in the Catholic Church is the highest level you can climb in your priesthood. And of course, after that, from amongst the cardinals, a pope is chosen to lead over 1 billion Catholic faithfuls. And then he speaks, you listen. Yes, you listen. This is not politics. It's not everybody that you throw jibes at, and that's not funny. Good morning.
Good morning, Barry Cosmos.
I greet you.
I am Chief Bright Ago.
All right.
Calling from Ohabele, London, Nobosima. I think Bishop John Onaiko has spoken the truth. It remains for the wise to hear. But it's unfortunate that somebody like, I don't know what you call him, Daniel Bwala, and David Umahi are trapping in error for the president. Too bad. Look, Mr. David Umahi, the hatred you have for Mr. Peter Obi cannot lead you anywhere. Instead, you and Daniel Bwala, if you don't take time and toe the path of truth and discipline, you will, the hatred you have for Peter Obi will lead you to hell. Because God is a righteous God and is a true judge. You people should listen to what the bishop have said because he spoke the truth. Chief Bright, that will remain my name. Thank you, Mr. Barry.
All right. Thank you very much, Chief Bright. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Barry, my very good friend, Ambola.
Good morning to you.
My name is Judo Ubaja. I usually come from Aaron Lizard. And this morning I'm doing precisely so.
Okay.
Barry, this man said that the words of our elders are words of wisdom, which a wise man hears and gets wiser. And I'm able to say that the words of our clergymen are words of wisdom, which a wise man and those who have listening ears hears and get wiser and improve in what they are doing. It is in this regard that I commend the revered, most retired Archbishop John Onaikan of Lagos State, who has actually spoken well, just like the most senior citizen, who doubles as my uncle and my brother has spoken. It is indeed a welcome development. We've never had it so good before. I'm so overwhelmed by the fact that I'm a Catholic. I belong to the Catholic faith. And this thing coming from our bishops. I want to join other faith groups in Nigeria to emulate these men of God who have spoken very well, particularly John Onaika. I know him very well. Another person is the former Archbishop of Abuja, then the Bishop of Sokoto State, Amachuko Kuka, who of recent I think is one of what he has been doing before. And most importantly, our former revered Archbishop of Owerri Catholic Diocese. They are well men of God. They have spoken very well. And I want to encourage them to continue like this. I mean, Mr. President will have no option than to actually listen to them and say what they have said,
hook, line, and sinker. Because disobeying them will mean, touching the anointed. You know what the Bible says. Touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. Anybody who does that will eventually have to pay dearly for it. So I think they have spoken very well. And I want to continue them to continue and support on what they are doing. One other set of nations should borrow from them so that Nigeria will be moved forward. Thank you very much and God bless you.
All right, thank you very, very much for your message. You are listening to Echo FM 100.7. This is Straight Talk, no bending corners with the Radio Marshal Barry Cosmos. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
I greet you.
Echo FM.
All right.
Yeah, my name is Ahmed B. Mohammed. I'm calling from Omogoma. To me, at least Tinubu and his government need more of this type of bishops. No matter who they are representing, the truth is there. And it seems like the president was reading the state of the nation before becoming the president, but he doesn't read what is happening in his own presence. So many people that were deceiving him, he should know that these people that come last, they are the real people and the patriotic. They are very, very patriotic, and they love the nation and himself. So he should heed to their advice. That is my thing this morning. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very, very much. Okay. Let's get to our WhatsApp and take some messages. This a very beautiful morning. Okay. We start off with Dr. Mrs. Suma Olebra from Owerri. She says, how did INEC and the judiciary allow people without the basic constitutional minimum requirement to lead Nigeria? No wonder we are running in circles. With 1 step forward and 10 steps backwards, Nigeria must reject in its entirety this new trend of allowing people with no basic educational qualification to lead us. And of course, she says, kudos to the Catholic bishop for standing firm to truth. And I thank God that we still have the likes of Prophet Nathan, who looked at the king in the face and told him the truth. In a country where lies are elevated to national policy, truth is often viewed as hate speech. These are genuine bishops and not fake ones, so they are expected to do the right thing. So sycophants and praise singers should steer clear. Daddy Joe from Agbako says, Peter Obi is right because Nelson Mandela of South Africa brought freedom for... Okay, I think that's an old message. Let's try and look at the new one. All right, Daddy Joe says, the bishop have really done well with what they told the president. This is the obvious truth. Nigerians are suffering and our economy is in bad condition. God bless our bishops. Now we also have this one. Okay, we have this one from, he said, Barry Cosmos, Guru, happy morning. I don't defer to leeches like Abuala and his co-travelers because they are strangers to the truth. Propagandists can't lead the government to the promised land. Rather, they will collapse as a pack of cards. It is sad. Elder Chijiko sent in that one. And of course, we also have this one says it's pathetic that the APC and spokespersons of the president are giving a partisan narrative of the bishop's visit. Imagine if Cardinal Onaikan was an Igbo man, the message from the bishops would have been given an ethnic coloration. Chigozie Elvis is sending in that one. We also have this one. Dr. Barry Cosmos, PhD, the Straight Talk boss. Good morning to you. Happy new month and happy new week. Engineer Emmanuel writing in from Onisha Road. Let me help you with some truth. Nigeria have been turned into a gangster paradise and ruled by the kingpin. Since Nigeria is ruled by unethical laws meant for underutilized beings. The meeting of intellects is basic in a relationship, even in governance. Do we have intellects in the hierarchy of the personnel or in the ruling council? We don't have intellects to bring about good rulership. All we have are fakers and drug lords. What do you expect? Nigeria is a gangster paradise, but we refuse to be gangsters. I agree to you. Well, that is the gospel according to Emmanuel writing in from Onisha Road. He said it's the truth and nothing but the truth. Beautiful morning, my eloquent and majestic Barry Cosmos. Happy new Monday or new month. The Catholic bishops have told President Tinubu about the terrible situation in his governance, but he would not listen. Instead, he was further deceived by the sycophants around him. We were told that the president and his cohorts were angry with the truth, and the bishop told him. Of course, that is expected because truth is always bitter. They say, all in all, we thank God that the truth has been told. And even the president's kinsmen, including John Cardinal Onaikan, are not happy with his at all. Tinubu should ask his wife, who reads the Bible, to tell him what happened to King Nebuchadnezzar after Prophet Daniel visited him. Mr. President, beware. Pride goes before a fall. Please, Barry, permit me to appreciate Chief Jude Ugbaja for aligning with those of us, including the Cardinal, who tell President the truth. That is the way to go. I thank you, Chief Jude. Oku di over. So let's all say the truth and set ourselves free. Isn't Lady Julie Nasike sent in that one? And this one says, the Borobudu one and presiding bishop on Echo FM ministry. I thank Federal Ministry of Finance awarding contract to herself did not start today. This is old story. Let us say another thing. Habari, the Catholic Church Bishop of Nigeria, has spoken. Let President go to Transformer and kiss it. Oh boy. No, I'm going to calm down. If they are annoyed over the statements of the Catholic bishop, my advice to them is that let them relent. They are the last hope for common Nigerians. Barry Tinubu is behaving like a pharaoh, but him and his followers will meet Red Sea one day. Comrade Chris Ogbonna JP, Church of Presentation. All right, we also have a fine Jim Konye. Says that this is one of the good works we want from our religious and traditional leaders to do. Always telling the president simple truth, all right? And the president's simple truth to his face, and the message has been passed to him, whether he agreed with them or not. But Mr. President should know that any leader that doesn't listen to his people or take good advice from his people is not worthy to be a leader because he doesn't know it at all, doesn't know it all. And Mr. President doesn't need to be told about the hardship and insecurity that have been ravaging the country. This other one says, Barrio, happy new month, happy new week, good morning. Based on your view in respect of breastfeeding, I am beginning to suspect that most APC members were never breastfed by their mother. Jesus Christ. Jesus. Those who fail to take good advice, especially from Reverend Catholic bishops, or revered Catholic bishop, must be prepared to fall into the ditches they have dug. All those attack dogs of APC who delight in abusing and casting aspersions on well-thought opinions and views must know that the only permanent thing in life is change. It is a matter of time. The people's elder have spoken. And finally, we have this one before we take a short break with Mogboro John Bosco Ikechukwu from Ngbidi. Says, good morning, Mr. Barry. Just like a bitter pill, swallowing the truth is not always comfortable, especially when communicated in undilutedly and when it goes to the one who has insulted or insulated his ears from receiving the truth. However, the truth remains the truth. No matter what, the eye is aware of ripe corn. You can only tell a blind man that there is no oil in the soup, but definitely not salt. No matter how the spin doctors and apologists of the current administration may want to see the Lord Bishop's fearless truth, it doesn't change the reality. The Holy Book is replete with the consequences that accompany kings who pay deaf ears to the warnings from the prophets of God. All right, that's the much we'll be taking. Let's go on a commercial break. We will be right back after this time. I don't go nowhere.
Owerri, are you ready to discover new opportunities and learn?
So what else are you looking for? We have all the shows and programs to keep you entertained and informed as you navigate your day. Keep your radio dial locked on Echo FM 100.7. Don't touch your radio dial.
Yo, what's up?
Baby, let's go.
Echo FM.
Don't touch that dial.
We are the fresh news people. Echo FM 100.7.
So what else are you looking for? We have all the shows and programs to keep you entertained and informed as you navigate your day. Keep your radio dial locked on Echo FM 100.7. Don't touch your radio dial.
Yo, what's up?
Baby, let's go.
Echo FM.
Don't touch that dial.
We are the fresh news people. Echo FM 100.7.
Kaura Namoda local government area of Zamfara State and Lajin village in Sabon Bernin local government area of Sokoto State contacted the public relations officer of the State Police Command, DSP Yazid Abubakar, said he was not aware of the attack but promised to call back after contacting the head of police officers in the area. And in business, current updates on the electricity sector development has indicated that about 10 trillion naira public finance has either been filtered away or trapped in the sector value chain in the form of interventions. But the Minister of Power, Joseph Tegbe, said the federal government was now resetting the sector by addressing the long-standing structural deficiencies that have prevented the sector from reaching its full potential. And in sports, Team Nigeria finished 7th on the final medal standing at the 2026 Commonwealth Games. The West African competed in 10 sports and won 10 gold, 7 silver, and 7 bronze medals. Team Nigeria also emerged as highest-ranked African nation at the Games. Esther Nwogo gave Nigeria its first gold medal. And on the foreign scene, Iran said it was nearing a deal with Oman over a new route through the Strait of Hormuz, hours after the U.S. called off major strikes to allow for diplomacy. The countries have been at war since February 28, when the U.S. and Israel launched surprise strikes against Iran, though months of on and off diplomacy have led to periods of relative calm. And that is all for the news update at 10, brought to you by our news desk here at Echo FM. For more information and inquiries, visit our social media platforms. On Facebook is Echo FM, on X is at Echo FM_Were. On Instagram and YouTube is Echo FM 100.7. You can listen to us anywhere in the world by clicking on www.echofm.net. And that is the news update at 10. Thank you for listening. The rest of Straight Talk continues.
Every day,
every hour,
every minute,
and every second,
breaking news occur
from our villages,
in our cities,
new government policies,
the economy,
politics,
social news,
entertainment news,
security concerns.
We, the people, converge
to analyze,
separating facts from fiction,
lies and truth.
We dissect,
we integrate,
we harmonize,
we criticize,
and we bring you all the juicy details.
Live on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. It is Straight Talk.
Straight Talk.
Straight Talk on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri.
Kapua! Shall I begin? I am your host. I am your anchorman. I am the presiding bishop of this ministry, and I am awesome. My name is Barry Cosmos, the Radio Marshal, the Buruburu One on radio, the Okenze on radio, your big brother on radio. I am the main event, and I am here.
Live on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri.
Are you ready?
All right, thank you very much for staying with us. This is Straight Talk Live on Echo FM 100.7. Okay, so many messages are flying in, and of course, now we're going to take a look at what we have on our Facebook and, of course, on our YouTube. For those of you, you who have joined us there, thank you for joining us. And oh boy, quite a lot of messages. So, okay, let's check this one now. Don Ike says, "Good morning, Mr. Barry. Barry, do you know there was an attack yesterday in Enugu State? So where is the improvement in the security? Have a great day, Barry." All right, thank you. Comrade Gregory Chidalu says, "Good morning, the Radio Marshal. I'm watching from Owerri. Oga Barry, the truth remains that they may always have it in Nigeria. Honestly, giving leaders enough power to create social justice is giving them enough power to destroy all justice, all freedom, and all human dignity. Where there are great inequalities, there can't be no truth democracy. Which way, Nigeria?" All right, thank you very much. Mazio Denigbo Iwu says, "Good morning, Mr. Barry. Congratulations to the Catholic Bishop. They have given us hope that we can still have faith in religious leaders. Please permit me to correct a previous assertion by Kachisin Ekuwa, who said the Catholic Bishop endorsed Tinubu. Please, that statement is false. The Catholic Bishop has never and will not endorse any presidential candidate. That one is a fact. Catholic Bishop don't get involved in politics. They don't endorse, even if their own is contesting. They can pray for you, but they can't come and stand and say, okay, everybody go and vote for this person. It is unethical. It will never happen. So please take that information like somebody had a misleap of tongue. All right. Ampadek Chidozie Nwosu says, he's texting from Umokano Haji, the most peaceful community in Imo State. Good morning, Barry. One name. I commend the Catholic Bishop of Nigeria. Presidency can cry till eternity. Hey, Jesus. You guys should be careful, I beg. Justice Ekua, it is still morning for the Catholic Bishop. When he adopted Tinubu ahead of 2023 election, they forgot a day like this will come. Catching that is a force. There was never a time the Catholic Bishop adopted Tinubu. When and how did they do that? Please, if you do have the information, share. But I don't think they ever did that. They will never do that. Okpang Yele says, "Good morning, Barry Cosmos. My name is Inyena Mwafi Igbo. Barry, any tribe that doesn't like Igbo are not doing well to themselves because Igbo people develop and expand their various businesses. Do you see the reason Ojukwu hand over that letter to Effiong? Please, what does that signify? That is why Inyena is Mwafi Igbo. Ugo Chinyere is a good leader. He has empowered many Imo youths, just like that, what Governor of Abia State is doing. But please tell Uchenna and Clara not to make my soup to pour again because of their argument." I beg, leave Clara and Uchenna. That's happy. Good morning, Minister Chama said, and I say, "How are you doing?" "I'm doing fine." He said, "Good morning, Mr. Barry. Congratulations to the Catholic Bishop. They have given us hope that we can still have faith in the Catholic leaders." Please, thank you very much, Minister. If Ehanye Ocho says, "Barry, Masha Barry, you have been doing well, but please don't lead us into temptation. How comfortable do we feel telling us on radio, don't go nowhere?" What brand of English language is that? However, you are still one of our best on radio. Congratulations. Don't go nowhere. It's a very simple language on radio. So what's your problem with that? Thank you very much, my brother. Where you want to go before? All right. Collins Chinon. So good morning, my good friend, Barry and the listener. See, I'm calling Swago, aka Motion, texting from my beautiful community, Umudibi, Ekwe, Inisu, LGA. All right. I thank the Catholic Bishop for speaking up about the situation of the country. I wish President Tinubu could listen to them and do the needful. This also shows that those bishops who endorsed Tinubu before the election are either fake or non-Catholic bishop. I am Motion from Umudibi, Ekwe. Alphonsus Chima says, "Good morning, Mr. Barry. Customers like the Prophet Nathan, who courageously spoke truth to the king, David respected voices should not be ignored when they point at the nation's challenges." Okay. And he says, the Catholic bishops have expressed the concerns of many Nigerians. True leadership accepts honest corrections and restores justice, security, and the people's welfare. May God grant our leaders wisdom, humility, and courage to do what is right. Amen. Emeka Tonero Osujo Biora says, Good morning, Barry. The presidency is reacting and boiling over the visit of the CBN because some of our elected and appointed politicians are sycophants. They don't tell the president the truth. The politicians always tell the president what he wants to hear, and that gave the presidency guts to speak against the visit. But the truth must be told, and that is the right thing. Nigerians appreciate the Catholic bishop for their boldness. Let other men of God follow suit. Emeka Tonere from MCC. All right, enough of the message for now. Let's come back to the conversation. All right, people. Just before we leave the issue of the Catholic bishop, we are calling on the presidency, every one of them, the ministers, the advisors, the essays, listen to the cry of the people. If the Catholic bishops pointed something, of course, they may not be saying what you have achieved, but what you have achieved amounts to what the people feel. If the people feel that what you are saying is wrong, then it is wrong. If I'm hungry and you're telling me that my hunger has improved, how am I supposed to accept that? And those are the things that the Catholic bishop are pointing to. We call on the Pentecostal bishops. We call on the imams. We call on every clergyman, both Muslims and Christians and pagans, everybody to speak up. It's the right time to speak and say the truth. Do not accuse the presidency of what they haven't done. Don't accuse them or don't downgrade the presidency. Advise constructively, not destructively. That is the best thing. If their advice came as a destructive criticism, that is where it is wrong. But if they're telling you, sir, this is what the people are saying, this is what the people are feeling, please heed to the advice and make a U-turn or make adjustment. It's a very simple thing. It doesn't take anything. It is 6 months to the national elections. And if the people are saying this is wrong and you're not listening to them, do you expect the people to vote for you again? So think very well. I just know that if we do this thing well, if President Bola Ahmed Tinubu succeeds, Nigeria succeeds. It is not about you wishing to drag him down. No, don't drag the president down. Advise and then tell him the truth to his face. We want the people, the likes of Bola, who are psychopaths, who see evil in every good thing. They should desist from this kind of craziness. I mean, speaking ill of a cardinal is terribly wrong. Saying the Catholic Church endorsed or supported Peter Obi in the 2023 election, that is another divisive statement that is completely wrong. Trying to sow discord between the Catholics and other Christian denominations is a terrible thing. Nobody fights the Catholic Church and survives it. None. Nobody. You can't. Don't let them be against you, because we don't want them to be against our government. Because if the Catholic faithfuls turn their back on you, you are terribly wrong. So don't push people to start doing that. I believe this is an advice to everybody. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, listen to the voice of the people, not the voice of praise singers who sing in your ear and tell you what you need to hear, that you're doing well. You are trying, you're doing your best, but your best is not just good enough for now. We expect more. Between now and 6 months, a lot can still go well if you choose to. I believe that there is also a statement about a leader. A leader is one who sees things right when everybody sees them as wrong. I believe probably that is what Tinubu is seeing and we are not seeing. In the long run, we may end up getting on the right side. That is probably what he's doing. We don't know. Most of the times we complain until we get to the promised land. Even Moses, when he was leading the Israelites out of Egypt in their quagmire, they complained along the way, they cried along the way, and they even cursed him. They said, you could have left us back in our dungeon in Egypt. We don't know if this will materialize, but at the end of the day, we do pray for the president to get it right. That is my only prayer, so Nigeria will work. If Nigeria is working half, just inch, give light, simple. Give us a good road, simple. It's not hard. You can do this if all the money is wasted on unnecessary trips, unnecessary cars, unnecessary useless banquets here and there, spending trillions of money on things that don't exist. Humongous project that you cannot complete in the next 50 years. It doesn't make any sense. So those are the things you need to cut down and put more emphasis to things that are really, really affecting the people. One is security. Two is hunger. Saying hunger was there before you were born That is like telling us, hey, there's nothing you can do about that. Talking about the population, that you don't have control over the population. Who says the president does not have control over the population? All you need to do is conduct a census, get a clear idea of how many Nigerians are there, make policies to reach that. Unless you're saying if a father has 100 children, he does not know how to feed the 100 children. That's exactly what he just told Nigerians, and that is not fair to Nigerians. Thank you very much. That's my candid advice to you. Let's move on now to the main discussion for today. All right, people. All right, let's look at this. Leaked Nigerian Federal Executive Council document reveal controversial $2.998 billion rail plan, and it has raised a lot of questions over Finance Ministry's role. Punkpi, I might break this down for you. Some Federal Executive Council documents have revealed how the Nigerian government approved contracts worth $2.998 billion for 3 urban rail projects. The approvals have, however, raised serious questions over the decision to place the projects under the Ministry of Finance Incorporated, that is the MOFI, instead of the Federal Ministry of Transportation. Rail is transportation. That is the ministry who is responsible for anything transportation. But this one is put in the Ministry of Finance. Well, the document dated May 5th, 2026 indicates that the approvals were granted during the Federal Executive Council meeting of April 30th, 2026. They were subsequently transmitted by the Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation to the Ministry of Finance for implementation. The projects approved are the Lagos Green Line Rail Phase 1, the Kano Metro Rail Project, and the Kaduna State Light Rail Project. The 3 projects have a combined contract value of $2.998 billion, inclusive of 7.5% VAT. Well, according to the document, the Lagos Green Line Phase 1 was awarded to China Harbour Engineering Company, Nigeria Limited, JV, for $1.42 billion. Motor Angel Nigeria Limited was awarded the Kano Metro Rail Project valued at $859.7 million, and the Kaduna State Light Rail Project worth $883.4 million. All 3 projects are expected to be completed within 48 months. Well, speaking with the State House correspondents after the weekly FEC meeting in Abuja on Thursday, April 30th, Taiwo Oyedele, the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, has said the approval aligned with the federal government's commitment to infrastructure that drives productivity, economic growth, and improved quality of life. Council today approved the award of contracts for 3 transformative rail projects. One is the Lagos Green Line Rail Project, Phase 1, and the minister said the second is the Kano State Metro City Rail Project. However, beyond the size of the contract, the document revealed an unusual governance structure that has triggered concerns among industry stakeholders. Instead of the Federal Minister of Transportation taking the lead on the project, the document assigned to the Minister of Finance the role of project sponsor on behalf of the federal government, with responsibilities for the project management and fund management. The approval also authorized the Minister of Finance to receive, now this is where it gets very interesting, the Minister of Finance to receive 200 million naira annually for each project during the construction period as project management fees. This is what will go to the Ministry of Finance. Will government get project management fees? That's the first one. So they do get project management fees. So for 48 months, that is 4 years, that will be 800 million naira. Nearly 1 billion naira as construction management fees. Well, in addition, the Minister of Finance is to earn 1% of the federal government's counterpart funding for each project, with a fees embedded in the approved project cost. The Minister of Finance is not the federal government agency. If they gain 1% counterpart funding, and where would that money go? Back to the federal government or through the Minister of Finance? Who will be in charge? What will the money be used for? Well, will it going to be reimbursed to the people, or they are going to construct projects? The approval extend the same arrangement to the future infrastructure project undertaken under the Renewed Hope program, where the MOI serves in a similar capacity. Now, this is another red flag for people. This we are discussing confirmation. The civil society activists say the arrangement raises questions over the legal framework under which Murphy, which is the Minister of Finance, whose primary mandate is managing federal government's investment and asset, is assuming responsibilities traditionally performed by the Federal Ministry of Transportation and its specialized agencies. Number one, there is also indication that a leaked document that the Ministry of Transportation initiated the projects. That is another one. That its statutory role in railway development was retained. I don't know if you understand. There is indication that the leaked documents that the Ministry of Transportation initiated the projects. That is, the rail project was not initiated by the Ministry of Transportation. It was initiated by the Ministry of Finance, and that its statutory role in railway development was retained. Okay. The document also showed that the Nigerian government approved counterpart funding of 196 billion naira for the Lagos Green Line, 150 billion naira for the Kano Metro Line, and the 100 billion for the Kaduna Light Rail Project. This is counterpart funding. The funds are to be channeled through the Renewed Hope Infrastructure Development Fund. Now, this is a new agency created, never heard of it, and well managed by the Minister of Finance under Oyedele. So many people are saying this is a settlement structure for the Finance Minister, allegedly, of course. Well, another issue emerging from the leaked document is the repeated reference to the Renewed Hope Infrastructure Development Fund as a vehicle through which the federal government counterpart funding for the project would be released. This raises significant legal and constitutional question. Nigeria's public finance architecture is governed by the 1999 Constitution as amended. The Finance Control and Management Act and the Public Finance Management Framework, all of these establish the Consolidated Revenue Fund of the Federation and other funds created by law. In practice, government revenues are always managed through the Treasury Single Account, TSA policy, introduced to consolidate public funds and improve transparency. But in this case, we have the Renewed Hope Infrastructure Fund, which is now the vehicle, no longer the TSA. So these are issues with this. The public finance experts say where large sums of public money are administered through special purpose fund, there should be clear legal authority. On whose authority is this fund created through the Renewed Hope Infrastructure Development Fund? Well, it clears legal authority, transparent governance, and arrangement, and robust parliamentary oversight. Is the parliament having any oversight function on the Renewed Hope Infrastructure Fund, Development Fund? Do they have that oversight? Given the scale of the proposed expenditure, almost $3 billion in external finance and along $446 billion in federal counterpart funding, the government may need to clarify whether the Renewed Hope Infrastructure Development Fund is a statutory fund created by law. I don't know if you're understanding the story I'm telling this morning. It also needs to explain how it interfaces with existing constitutional provisions governing public funds and what oversight mechanisms are in place to ensure accountability. Another issue attracting attention is the scale of the proposed investment. The Lagos Green Line Phase 1 is understood to cover approximately 23 kilometers. This has prompted questions about how the project cost was determined and whether it compares favorably with similar rail developments in Nigeria and elsewhere. So why is Lagos 1 on the inflated list, taking almost the entirety of the money? Experts say determining value for money would require access to detailed engineering estimates. Under which bidding was done, nothing. The approval also provides no information on whether environmental impact assessments were conducted before the projects were approved. It is also unclear whether the reports have been made public as required under environmental regulations. Similarly, the documents do not indicate whether the contracts were awarded through open competitive bidding or under another procurement framework. These are all issues. While the Bureau of Public Procurement is shown to have reviewed the project costs, the documents do not disclose the procurement process that produced the contractors. Well, I don't know if I should continue to do this. I mean, in a similar vein, Atiku is hitting back over 22.15 billion for palace allocation by Ogododo. It's a blank check for corruption. That is what Atiku is hitting and saying over multi-billion naira palace allocation is a blank check for corruption. Now, these are all stories coming up. Now, when we see all this kind of money going out and people are hungry and the president says it is, since before I was born, there was hunger in the land. How do people feel about things like this? Well, I just had to bring you this information. I hope you got it. Let's get your reaction to this one. All right, the phone lines are officially open again. 0911-20,022. Good morning. Who did my line?
Yeah, good morning, Barry.
Yeah, that is Big Mommy in the house. Dr. Mrs. Maoleba.
Yeah, Dr. Maoleba on the line. Barry, these people have really dealt with us. They are really playing on our intelligence.
Okay.
Corruption is all over the land. You can feel it, read it, watch it, embrace it, and even the unborn child can feel it. Sad and worrisome that powerful Nigerians in government and businesses are bleeding the masses for unchallenged monumental corruption and looting of our commonwealth. Corruption is not only immoral, but an economic scourge that has rendered millions of Nigerians hopeless and into hardship as the rich keeps getting richer and the poor poorer. We are not fighting any corruption because it is just a lip service and decorative language. How can a corrupt person be fighting corruption? Can one give what he does not have? Unless the problem of corruption is solved, Nigeria will make no headway. To fight corruption, you must try to strengthen all institutions to enable you block all the loopholes that aid corruption.
Okay.
You can't ignore the institutions and be chasing voters. Finally, I suggest stiffer penalty like life imprisonment, death and total forfeiture of wealth so corruptly earned. Thank you and have a nice day.
All right. Let me just add one more controversy on this particular Real Awards because it is another big issue of geopolitical exclusion and marginalization has come up with projects of this nature because the sharpest public outcry stems from the total omission of the Southeast geopolitical zone from the multi-billion-dollar infrastructure package. Critics and regional observers point out that while major economic hubs in the Southwest and the North are receiving transformative investment, the Southeast has been entirely left out. The announcement has sparked mixed reactions across the country, with many observers noting that the Southeast region was not allocated any of the new rail project, leading to widespread accusation of uneven federal infrastructure distribution. This is another big one coming from there. So many people want to talk about it. Let's go there. Good morning. Good day.
Good morning again.
Okay.
I'm senior citizen Mazioma Uzoma. You see, I'm missing my name now, Barry.
No, Alex.
Because
Take coffee. Take coffee. Your brain
no, no level on Nigeria. No. But you know, you are reciting things that are telling us the correct story.
Yeah.
That you are spreading hundreds of billions of naira in Nigeria. And Eastern Nigeria, let's leave Southeast alone. And Eastern Nigeria is not a beneficiary.
Okay.
Nigeria started on 3 regions: East, North, West. Then you had the Midwest. By the which one has gone to Midwest?
It's Benue now. Benue and Edo. You are in Midwest.
No, that's the Middle Belt, not the Midwest.
Okay.
I'm talking of the old geography.
Okay.
But you know, we are laughing over terribly destructive tendencies. Yeah, somebody says, one Nigeria, you are uniting the people. What you have heard repeatedly, what I've heard repeatedly on your program, is that government says, Oyedele is bringing in more money. Oyedele is the expert tax man, the only man who understands how to get money from the poor and give to the rich. Oyedele is the man who is implementing subsidy is gone. Oyedele is the man who had to displace the former minister of finance because that one didn't understand how to. But how can the government be so rich? They say local government is getting so much. The states are getting so much. Federal government is getting so much. And Nigerian citizens are weeping. They are gnashing their teeth. And nobody seems to be concerned. And people are telling us we are getting better. Things are getting better. Look, I'm annoyed because of the abuse of English language. Barry, I love English language because I can always express myself in English language.
Okay.
But what I have seen here is the English language being abused repeatedly. The government is so rich. At all levels, the federal government, the state government, the local government.
Yeah.
And the people, the government is for the people. And the people are getting so wretched, more and more. Let me use the expression of one man who calls on radio. Nigeria is getting worse and worse, and badder and badder. Good morning, I'm senior citizen Mazu.
Thank you very, very much. All right, you are listening to Echo FM 100.7. It's always a pleasure to have you. And of course, we are taking a look at another corruption scandal being Dev Grand. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
I greet you.
How you doing?
I'm okay. Go ahead.
Happy New Month.
Thank you.
I was from Kachakabo.
All right, Uzoma, go ahead.
Let's say this is our country now.
Mm-hmm.
Our prayer, you solve everything. Now, if you pray, we'll go from there, do a new thing in this Nigeria. I will they pray every day, night and afternoon. Say, God, make our Nigeria, our state, be a good place for our side. Until they pray. I know.
Hello. All right.
Eh?
Go ahead.
I pray. God, our country go there. Okay. In Jesus' name.
Thank you. All right. Thank you very much for your contribution. Keep the calls coming. Hello.
Gracious morning, Barry.
I greet you.
I think we should be paid for speak another book of lamentation. You should be paid. They are doing a good job. But whether online catch this or not, me and you have been speaking.
Yeah.
And in order that he can speak to us so long the way they will hear it, if they like, let them not read their Bible again. It's already many taken. And what you should get more angry is, but how do you collect your own money? And that is removing these people. Every day we plus the money they have collected. Me and you don't have any. 2 point whatever billion. We should find a one collect our own by removing them. Are you with me?
Okay.
Anointing with that money is equal to annoyance. Let's collect our own. God bless you.
All right, thank you very much. So I'm trying to get the rail lines that are working. There are 3 fully operational modern standard gauge lines, alongside 2 vast, partially active historic narrow gauge lines and 2 state-level urban rapid transit lines. The executive breakdown or the exact breakdown of active rail infrastructure crossing through Nigeria's 6 geopolitical zones is structured as follows. Let me give you the structure. In the southwest, most connected zone, the southwest is the most connected zone in terms of rail. The southwest features the highest concentration of functional standard gauge tracks and urban rail networks in Nigeria. Lagos-Ibadan standard gauge line, fully active. It connects Lagos, Ogun State, and Oyo State. It is West Africa's only double-track standard gauge corridor. Lagos Rail Mass Transit Blue Line, fully active, and is an urban electricity-powered transit system, moving commuters between Mile 2 and Marina. And then we have the Lagos Rail Mass Transit Red Line, fully active, an urban rapid transit line connecting Onyibo to Agbado, crossing the Lagos-Ogun border. The Western Narrow Gauge Line, partially active for interstate cargo and regional passengers traveling across Lagos, Ogun, and Oyo. Now, that's the western region. In the North Central zone serves as a key logistical intersection, bridging the federal capital with the far north and the south. Well, Abuja-Kaduna standard gauge line, fully active, links the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, directly to Kaduna. Warri, a Takpe standard gauge line, fully active, spans from Kogi State down into the south-south. The western and eastern narrow gauge line, the old narrow tracks, cut through Kwara, Niger, Benue, and Plateau State, running irregular freights and festive passenger service. Another here, they say western eastern region. How a rail running between Kwara, Niger, Benue, and Plateau State is western eastern? How? Anyway, that is what it works. The south-south has the longest single standard gauge line segment in the country, largely utilized for steel and commercial goods transport. It's a Warri, a Takpe standard gauge line, fully active, connects maritime Ijebu terminal to Delta State through Edo State up to Kogi. The eastern narrow gauge line, the coastal terminals of the old narrow track, originates at the Port Harcourt seaports in Rivers State. I've checked all these things. The southeast is the least connected zone. The southeast currently has 0, big fat 0. As in the 0 get ear with head and on horns. 0 connecting standard gauge line. The eastern narrow gauge line, only the rehabilitated Port Harcourt, they say as east. Port Harcourt, therefore, east, na south. The Aba corridor, because they pass through Calabar, they pass through Port Harcourt, pass about the old narrow gauge network, has been active regional passenger/cargo traffic. It runs through parts of Abia and Enugu, while the broader $3.02 billion rehabilitation project to fully revitalize the remaining tracks through Imo, Ebonyi, Anambra is ongoing. So there is 0 rail line. In fact, some people, when they're born, they don't reach 40 years. They never see train with their eye before. Mav King, you don't see one. Mav King say never see anyone. Can you imagine? Since you were born, and now you are getting old. You still they try. You see the track, but you never see the train. Can you imagine that? This is terrible. Terrible. But then this is the situation. Now they are bringing 3 new ones, $2.998 billion. Nothing for the southeast. This is what we are suffering from Otororo disease. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Barry, good morning. This morning, Emeka from World Bank.
Emeka, go ahead, sir.
Barry, you have heard all what you have listed, addition of a project, Kumongos project, Elephant project. Barry, I want to let you know this morning that this is where politicians make their money.
Okay.
Yes, maybe you don't know. When they come on this kind of project, this is where they make their money. The original cost of this project, they will not tell you. This is exactly why Wike is having issue with the some people in River State today. All the bridges we built, None of them. He was not giving them the detailed account of how much was the cost of this bridge. So, I want to shock you this morning. I don't know. There's one thing that is so silent in Nigeria today. But you say that in 2027, January, subsidy that government is paying on electricity will be removed. I don't know whether you are aware. Electricity that the government are paying some little subsidy to help for Nigerians. They are telling us Nigerians today that by January 2027, in less than 5 months, those subsidies will be removed. Maybe the reason is because they don't have money. They can't continue to afford it. Now you are coming up with this policy project, and you are telling us governors are being giving more money. You are telling us the economy is improving. You are telling us you increase every in Nigeria. VAT, everything you increase. Are telling me that little gain Nigerians are getting from it, even though they are complaining at this rate they are giving us bill today. You want to remove subsidy on electricity. That means a house will be paid up to 100,000 naira from January in name of electricity next year. Please, you put the media should hammer on this because it's very silent. What I do is very silent. And I'm very sure that they are going to implement that. Let them use the money they use for Elephant project and subsidize for people to enjoy electricity. Because they are not making any money from that one. They went to Niger, what do they call it? The Calabar Highway Bridge, whatever. Because they are making more money from that.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother. All right, let's get another caller.
For Elephant project.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome. Yeah, Dick.
I'm related from Amimo.
Okay.
Yes, you see, like you rightly pointed out, you're a good journalist. Now. I love the way you do your journalism.
Thank you.
I'm telling you, I love you. I love you so much.
Thank you.
I'm telling you, look at we have so many seaports. Because of tribalism, only Lagos is functioning. We have Calabar, we have Port Harcourt. They close all these ones because of tribalism, ethnic chauvinism. It's not good. Then you are talking about railway. They will never see it function in the southeast, which is around this place. But they are talking about, look at, you see what is happening. The Cali bishops, for the first time in their life, condemned the activities of the present government, and they are now giving them answers. What a nonsense. That is to tell you, government that don't want to listen to the people. Everybody is suffering. You are giving the cow of Nigerian to a dish. Everybody is a casualty. And yet you have the man to talk of 2027. Oh, Biden, honestly, we'll continue to pray and see what God will do for us. God is our only solace. That is the antidote we have. God in heaven. And they will fight the battle for us. Because we will resist whatever is superimposition and rigging. Using army and police. It will not happen this time. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you. All right. Who sings song of praise about the beautiful works, projects being done in the Southeast, and when things like this, humongous projects, which are supposed to really, really alleviate suffering. Now, do you know what how many people who trade more, either they are buying from or we are buying from them, either way, coming to the South, we do more business. Importation and exporting and all that is done more here by Southeasterners. There are markets here. But the funniest thing is that you're doing a project like this, not situated, but the Minister of Works is from the Southeast. He keeps singing song of praise for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He's the one reviving. He's done this and that for the Southeast and all that. This is somebody from the Southeast. I made it a point to go check all the projects that are either ongoing or awarded in the Southeast. Let me list the major Southeast projects under construction and rehabilitation. 1, Enugu-Onitsha dual carriageway, reviving and rescoping major segment of the vital economic artillery. We have the second Niger Bridge access road. Well, that road was awarded by Tinubu, what's his name? Late General Buhari. And of course, they have done it. I just passed there just a few days ago. By the way, let me use this opportunity to thank Governor Hope Uzodinma. Wallahi. When they cry, say, Hope Uzodinma, they do federal road. If you are going to Anambra State, just after you cross Imo, Konsi Bad Road, same federal road. Hope Uzodinma, Your Excellency, thank you. God bless you for doing this connecting road in Imo State. Once, not be a joke. the truth is that if you're not driving, you will not feel it. Maybe you don't have motor. But when you drive, come begin to the dodge pothole, you're going to know, say, oh, Potodima do well. All of them, when they cry, say, in the waste, they do federal road. Keep quiet. Let me tell you now, keep quiet. Don't complain. Because driving to Anambra State was not funny. As soon as you leave Imo State, if you don't reach Mbidi, the road don't change. Even the texture. You'll see the dark and the beautiful nature of those roads done here. And then you can't suffer from here, like go reach or back. Oh, my God. Before you come in time, Nisha, come to see better road. So at the end of the day, more than any they complain. I beg. When I tell governor and say, but the customer say, I say, thank you very much. And they owe me one wine. I bet I made the one wine. I don't know. Thank you so much. Yes, it's just to tell you that there are certain things you don't complain about because are meant for you. No big governor who puts on demand they use that road. Now me and you. So if Anambra State governor do that side as Hope doing on that road for Sururu whatever. Now Governor Hope don't do what did they call him? Okigwe Road. Go reach Okigwe. Yes. That road is a federal road, but who they use them? Now government, I mean, me and you. When I need to complain, nonsense complain. Yes, thank you very much. Kudos to the governor for that one. Yes, second Niger Bridge Access Road, I said it. Calabar, Ebonyi, Benue, Nasarawa, Abuja Superhighway, Trans-Sahara Highway corridors. Those are the ones I've done. Enugu Port Harcourt Expressway rehabilitation. Abekeleke Afikpo, Ndibe Beach Trans-Sahara Highway, Amasari Okigwe Road, Onweke Highway and Flyover Project on Nisha, Owerri, Aba, and Asaba Heartland corridors. These are the projects done in the entire Southeast. Not be one state, too. All road. And Umahi said that Tinubu is the best thing that happened to the Southeast. Joined with Anambra State Governor. State Governor, no, talking here. So, these are, I just wonder, why you have the opportunity to help drag things to the Southeast, you don't. You play politics, you play favoritism, you play, you just become a sycophant to remain where you are, while your people, whom you should attract. Do you think Tinubu that is sending these things to Lagos, ain't no know what thing they do? If you come out, before you get another Lagos state president, it go hard. Opportunity don't come in the developing place. If another person developing place, now so Nigeria they use to develop. Not gonna cry. Not gonna cry. That's the same thing in Imo State here. Governors are from Olu. If they don't develop Olu, now where man want go develop Olu. If these governors from Olu, from Udenwa to Rochas, and now Hope, if they don't develop that place, now when governor no come from there, maybe like 16 years, they will begin complain. They shout, our side is bad. Like when you are going towards this Idiato area. Bad roads that were there. All through 8 years of Rogers, where be hometown self. Bad road there. So government, people should learn to do. If you get opportunity to help your people, simple. But unfortunately, hell no. And then we'll sing song of praise. Thank God they have awarded another contract from Onitsha down to Idiato, Imo State, and the other one by government. So these are projects done by the federal government in the Southeast. But there is no single such humongous project like a rail to solve transportation. Because number one, rail, they're cheaper. No intercity, nothing. I think Abia State governor is trying to build one now. And that's the only person who gets sense where they do that one. Governor Hope, please, if they go, make you try inject the thing into, before you leave, by 2028 times today. If it's still start them, the other one go complete them. Active governor, what we know. If na road, we'll give you kudos. Governor Hope, I hope they hear me. If you know they, when I tell and say, but the customer tell and so, on behalf of Imo people, God bless all of you now. Anyway, let's take one or two more messages before we call it a wrap. Final caller. Good morning.
Barry, good morning.
I greet you.
I agree with Barry.
Well done.
I want to appreciate your analysis.
Thank you.
Yeah. As you can see, we have government that does not listen to its citizens. They don't care about us.
Mm.
So I think we can't be saying the same thing every day. So what I think, I am urging all Nigerians, this is the time for us to wake up and pick up our PVs. Even though you've never voted before, this is the right time for us to wake up and take our government back. Thank you about it. This is Megatelos.
Thank you. All right, let's take some messages quickly. Cliff David Ugbokporo from Umonjoiri. They say this is laughable. Our president graduated years before the school inception. Everything about him is fake now. He deliberately refused to submit his certificate to INEC because he doesn't have a genuine one, and that is the more reason our economy cannot strive. This man is too empty. Remain richly blessed. Thank you very much. Engineer Buka, where have you been? I ain't seen you for a while now. The recent ruling of the Federal High Court sitting in Lokoja, is that a new one? No, hell no. All right, this is one. The first law of thermodynamics teaches, you don't think I hear thermodynamics, that every energy transformation must be accounted for. And in engineering mechanics, a similar principle appears in the recruitment of a requirement of equilibrium. For any structure, the sum of forces and moments must balance, and every load part must be traceable through a clear free body diagram. When stress is introduced into a system, engineers examine how it is distributed, whether it produces strain within elastic limits, and whether repeated loading may lead to fatigue failure over time. By analogy, an institutional credibility is strongest when every stage of an individual's documented history is traceable. Oh, Engineer Buka is back. Okay, we have this other one says, Kelechi from Amankuta Mbiere says, good morning, Barry Cosmo. I don't want to talk about Abuala. He's earning his billions on our pains. Sometime in Imo State, during the Hakim 10,000 jobs scrap by Rochas, Barrister Kelechi Okpaleke attacked the then governor of Rochas so strongly until the governor made him a special advisor and he shut up in praise singing. And the reverse will be the case of Daniel Bwala. All right, thank you very much. We also have this one from Mazi Odenigbo. He says, please permit me to deviate a little. If the road I visited on Friday when I went for burial in Umuguma and the one I saw when I visited Oboku Avo is what is making the LG chairman of West the best, I think we listeners of Echo FM need an apology from Kachis Nekua for those deceptive statements. It's unfortunate he has joined the band of praise singers who glorify their paymasters. Well, that road has been terrible for years, but it's under construction, so it wouldn't be bad. Umuguma Road is under construction. For the first time in a long while, we are seeing workers actually working. Other than to put Caterpillar, they didn't do anything. All right, man, I can't take more messages. Our time is up. Oh, sorry for everybody whose message I cannot take this morning. My time is up. Thank you all for joining us. Keep listening.